Good morning, welcome. I'm Olivia, and this is my SilverSneakers Flex chair yoga class. We're coming from this angle today. Have a seat at the back of the chair. All right. Close your eyes. A gift of presence, right? Bring yourself back. Minimize all those screens. Forget about your calendar. And as you take those deep breaths, you notice that things start to relax, start to open, start to unclench. And that's the way we want to start a yoga class. Open, unclenched, and with breath. And then just a little smile to your face. With that joy, reminds you to be grateful. And then eyes open, soft gaze. All right, let's get to the edge of the seat. Come on, come on. Nice and tall in the sit bones. And again, in seated mountain pose, close your eyes again. Feel the shoulders release away from the ears. Breathe with the intention of lifting your heart and your chest. And then slide the hands to the knees, tuck the chin towards the chest. Drop the shoulders down so you get that great stretch around the back and the back of the neck. And then we're going to pull the shoulders together, draw them down your back, and just lift the heart. So this is just upper body. Feeling the shoulder heads are going to just sort of drop back as you do this. And then again, this is just upper body. Tuck the chin so I'm still sitting atop my sit bones. And then back. Lift the heart. All right. And then upright the body, release the hands. Let's just shoulder roll. Oh. Lots of crackling, huh? I sure am feeling it. Okay. And then once we take the arms up, it just gets a little bit different because you start to use them more in the back and the arm. And again. One more time. All right, splay the fingers out to the side. Stretch the thumbs back. Right. And then just circle them around. Little bend in the elbows there. Yeah. Nice. And then switch directions. Try to hold the body still. Yeah. All right, then let's float them up and down. Ooh, bird-like. Ooh. And then in and out. And breathe with it. All right. Back to the back, over the fingers. To the front, same things. Press them together, fingertips together and into your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. And we're going to rotate, look to the right. Come back to your chest, drop your chin. And then rotate, look to the left, turning just the body. And again, drop down. One more each way. Squeezing the heel of the hand together. And the fingertips. And rotate. come back. Let's get this twist right here. And then a twist right here. And then this way and that way. And again. And one more time. All right, so now we're going to take hands here, here, here. Doesn't matter to me. And just rotate around. Take your feet maybe a little bit wider will help you do this. But rotating just the ribs here. And go the other way. All right, now that we've got them all greased up, we're going to add muscle to it. And over. Side to side. All right, so let's take that left hand down, arc over that left knee, come through the center, take that left arm out and open around, and then we go this way, same thing, over, reach the right arm and up and over, and again right and left. Oh my goodness, and you take this whatever range of motion. You need to stay up higher here, it's okay, or down low. All the way up, thumbs up, stretch back. Give yourself a big hug, drop your chin towards your chest. And then left hand down, we're going to reach that right arm back. And then forward and reach like I was going to shake your hand. Ooh. And then back. Maybe roll back a little towards the fleshy part of your seat. And one more time. And forward. And then up nice and tall, just bring it across the body and a stretch in the back. And toss. Okay. Reach back, up and over. Reach forward. I'm using my right hand on my lap here for a little bit of support. And again, reach through that little finger as you reach to me. Right there. Reach. Feel that shoulder press down. Feel that stretch. Come a little bit different one more time. And go back. Maybe tuck the tailbone a little bit. And swing it across the body. Take your feet wide. All right. So now we get into the hips. And around. All right, finish that one, and then let's go the other way 4 times. And one more. All right, lovely. Now, rise up on that right toe. I'm just going to drop the knee in and then back out to the side. And again. Yeah. All right, and let's take the left one, same thing. In and out. And add the hand, or not. 2 more. Last one, walk the feet in, right knee up. Point the toe to the ground, flex the foot. All the way down and flex. All right. And then out in front. Draw it in, draw it out to the front. Draw it in, draw it out to the front. Out and front. And again. And front, hold it out there. Let's take it this way. Out and then in. And out and in. 2 more. And back in. All right, we'll lay it on the ground right there. Grab hold of the seat, lift the heart. And here we go. Left hand on that thigh. You're going to hinge at the hip until you feel that little lengthen down the back of the leg. Breathe deep. Release. And round back up. And then bring that little leg with you. And point that toe to the ground and then flex the foot. So with intention, moving that joint. All right. Okay. So we go out and in this way. Long leg, side. Long leg, and side. 2 more. Put that foot on the ground there. Yeah. Gives you a little more balance. and back in. All right, so you should feel those core muscles fire on. We're going to swing it out, bring it in, and swing it out, and bring it in. 2 more. Bring it in. Last one. Bring it in, and then in front. With a point to the edge of the seat. Sit nice and tall. Little bend. We're going to hinge at the hip until the back of that leg says, that feels good to me. Deep breath. Release down. Push off that leg. And roll back up. All right. Let's take one more twist. Reaching back. And then drop to the front. Powerful pose. Bend elbows is just fine. All right, sit up tall, reach back. Nice twist. Circle sweep, hinge at the hip, come into powerful pose. Lovely. Hands on the thighs. Look towards the toes. Little baby cobra, that heart comes forward. I'm hinged deep right here. Tuck the elbows in. Tuck your wings in. Release. And reverse swan dive. Let's take that vinyasa here. Forward fold. Here's that halfway rise. Exhale, look towards the earth and all the way back up. All right, sit back, lift up one leg. We're going to drop that foot down and stand up, and you can circle sweep the arms if you want. Rise up. Sit down, lift the other knee, bring it in, all the way back, and rise up. You know, you do you, right? Don't feel like you have to do all these at all. And again. Sometimes the arms help get you up, right? Try both legs if you'd like. And we're up, all the way up. And release. All right. You know, I try to make that different every day. But if just getting out of the chair and down is what you need to do, that's what you need to do. All right? All right, let's go around to the back. Grab a drink of water, please. Maybe even take 2. All right, downward facing dog. Step on back. What? Oh. Okay. Step on back. And your feet should be about chair width apart when you come into that. And then tip that with intention. Tip the pelvis forward. I remember being told that the pelvis, think of it as a fishbowl. And you want to tip all the fish out, and they're going to slide right down your legs. There you go. There's an image. And then draw that tailbone back. The other image I like is somebody's pulling on your tail. All right, breathing deep. It's a great shoulder opener. Stepping into the chair. Let's just step on the right foot and leave that left foot back. And then we're going to work that right arm. Reaching up. See if you can get it up as high as you can. And then hinge forward. Lift the knuckles as high as they can come to the ceiling. And hinge forward. Reaching up. And reaching back. And push off with that left hand. And again. One more time. And reach back. All right, reaching up. Swirl that arm to the back. And just stay there. Or it's sidewall. I shouldn't say back. That's really back far. And then maybe find a little bit of balance and release that left hand to me. Right over the chair. There you go. Lest you hit my iPad. All right, both arms up. And step back and just set the other foot right where that one is. And we'll take this on just stretching out that shoulder. Come away, reach up. See how far back you can reach. And then we're going to hinge at the hip. And then again. And I'm using my right hand to push off the chair there, but bringing the heart towards the chair, keeping the back straight. And back. Hold up. And back. Up as high as you can. Wave. Thank you. And then without going back, we're just going to reach back. And should you find balance, release that left hand over the chair. It's up to you. Press all parts of your feet into the earth there. All right? So you've got the big toe mounds on both feet pressing in, so the upper body is just rotating. All right, both arms up. Let's push back. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale, release. knees, look towards the toes. A little lengthen down the back of the legs, bend the knees, and come all the way back up. Lovely. Let's come into the chair for balance with your right hand. We're going to arc over, look down towards the toes. So we work the neck right here. And then level this out. And then the other side, my hips are going to push over a little bit. And then level it out. Lovely. Now, right here, what I want you to do is mesh the fingers together, stretch across the back, soften the knees. Breathe, inhale, and breathe into the back ribs. Exhale. Release. And do it again. Inhale. And exhale, release. All right. Loose arm swing here. Shoulders have been pulled out of their sockets, no doubt, right? Okay. Mountain pose. Heels underneath the sit bones and nice and tall. See if you can release the chair, soften the knees, feel that calf stretch. And all the way back up. Again, feel that calf stretch. And back up. One more time. Now, circle the arms around. Holding that body absolutely still. And one more time. Now, straighten the legs. We're going to pop up and touch the heels. And keep going. Little pumps those calf muscles are. So just up and down, up and down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot down, the right foot stays up. And see if you can find mountain pose, balance. Without that heel. Who would have thought it was going to be that important? All right, we're going to come to the toe. A little more balance. For me, just one finger or fingers on the chair, just so helpful. And then lift it. Now I am going to ask you to grab hold of the chair because what I want you to do is hinge at the hip, reach that foot way back there. And then bend the knee, touch the toe on the ground, drop the heel, turn the toe out a little bit. And we come up into warrior one. Lovely. Bend the elbows. Interesting. Why is that doing that now? Okay. There's better. Okay. So bring the heart forward of the elbows a little bit. Yeah, feel that stretch in the chest and work in the back. Lift the heart a little bit more. Lovely. Hinge at the hip. All the way up. And see if you can find that position again. Elbows back, heart forward. So nice. Again, hinge at the hip, right up. Find that position. Elbows back, heart forward. Lovely. Left hand on the chair, or right hand on the chair. Reach back on that left. So we have this little twist right there. And then circle sweep that arm. Let's step both feet together. And release down. Okay. So we lift up on that left heel. Find mountain pose. So remember, we never let that knee lock. You've got a soft bend in that right leg. We're not all kilter, so you want to work at straightening yourself up here. Yes, yes. Come to the toe. You feel that other foot start to fire on, right? And then see if you can lift the toe just ever so slightly. All right, hands on the chair. Extend it back all the way. Sink into the knee, touch the toe. Bring the heel down. And let's come away from the chair in warrior one. Yeah, you got far out there that way, didn't you? Bend the elbows. Now, even if they're here, bring them back ever so slightly. Bring the heart forward a little bit more. Wherever you are in this is just fine. And if it's only one arm, just do it. It's fine. Okay, we're going to hinge at the hip. Try not to sink any deeper into that knee. Reach to the ceiling. Find the shape. Press back, heart forward. Hinge at the hip. All the way up. Find the shape. Press back. 2 more times. Reach. Find the shape. Press back. Last time. Find the shape. All right, left hand down. Extend that right arm to your neighbor on the right, maybe a little behind you. It's up to you. And then drop that arm. Circle sweep, both hands to the ceiling. Deep breath in. And let's go back to downward facing dog. And take any movement you need now. And again. All right, looking over the chair, let's step that right foot in and turn to the left wall. And just a couple of sunflowers here. Let's get a little bit of movement. Mostly because the wind helps you cool off a little bit. It's very hot in here today. One more time. All right, and then let's wash the wind forward to me and then come back and push it forward to me. Draw that right arm back and down. And again. One more time. And this time, when you come forward, step both feet together, reach to the ceiling, and we'll take the other side. All right. Moonflowers, so we're going to stay up this time. Bend the knees, reach to the ceiling, slight bend in the knees, try not to hinge forward. Yeah, nice. We get it now, right? And reach. And again. One more time. All right, let's start swinging to the back. And here we go. Push to me. I'm going to drop that left hand down. Push to me. Swing that left hand down. And again. Swing down. So nice. Last one. And this time when you come forward, step both feet together, reach to the ceiling. And let's step back and take our vinyasa. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Exhale. Look towards the toes. Now we're going to circle sweep and come into that powerful pose. So drop the hips back. You can still see the toes. Bring the heart forward. Drop your shoulder blades. Elbows back a little. Heart forward. Stand to the ceiling. Reach. And down. Ooh, okay. A lot of arm work today, huh? Grab a drink of water. Come on back. All right, we'll get to the legs. All right, so coming back, take your feet wide. And toes turn to the front. Okay. Now I know this isn't happening, but I want you to pretend it's happening. That the feet are starting to slip out. Okay, so pull, at least it isn't with me because I got sticky feet. So draw inward, right up through the center. All right. Lifting the pelvic floor. Connect the ribs to the hips. Lift the heart. Yeah, and then put that chin on that imaginary shelf right in front. You're going to drop back just a little bit here. Yeah, nicely done. We're going to take this one-legged squat. So hips are going to go back, and I'm going over to the left side, right side. And use the hands to push right back up. Let's do it again on the same side. Hips come back, and you should come kind of right over the chair there. Yeah, and back up. Just a one-legged squat. And back. And one more time. But this time we're going to hold it. And stay here. Grab hold of the chair if you need to, or keep it there on the thigh. I'm going to take my right hand in my back pocket and look towards the right wall. Never mind that shaking right leg. Look back towards the earth. Come on back up. Let's turn that toe out. And we find our warrior two. Lovely. Chair if you need it, of course. And then stretch the arms long, but drop the shoulders down. Looking over those two peace fingers there. Beautiful. All right, bring the fingers in. Like you're going to take the shoulder pads off that we used to wear in the 80s. Get rid of them. And again. One more time. All right, and into reverse. Using that chair, don't straighten that leg. Just lift. And then drop that hand to the back of your head, right where you would put your hat. And then take the gaze skyward. Notice that the elbow goes back and you get that great stretch in the arm there, in the chest. All right, find warrior 2 again. We come into reverse. Hand on the chair if you need it. Now with this left hand that's up, I'm going to do the same thing on the top of my head. And then I'm going to look to the front, draw that elbow back, maybe gazing a little more skyward. It's up to you. But you, once again, you should feel a nice stretch in the chest. All right, level this out. Star pose. Release the shoulders. Okay, we go the other side. I'm going to take this one-legged squat. So feel free to use that hand on the leg. I think I'm going to on this side. Down and back up. And again. And be sure that tailbone goes, let's do this, toes to the front first. So when you squat, that tailbone goes back. You're not coming off to the side. That tailbone's going to go right straight back and up. Okay, it's different than when we take that turn out and back up. And you find the range of motion that's going to work for you, because we're going to stay here right now. Okay, and then chair if you need to. Right hand on that thigh. Let that left hand come to your back left hip. Beautiful. Wish I had a picture of you. It's great. Looks great. Holding on. All right, I always like to look back to the earth before I come back up. Turn that toe on your warrior 2 shape. Yeah. And this time, let's take the arms up. And then as you come back to here, look, gaze over the 2-piece fingers. So we're going to work the neck. Lifting up, look to the left. Up, to the left. With intention, here and here. Yes. Here and here. Palm to the ceiling. We go into that reverse. Lifting up. And then drop that hand to the back of your head, right where you put your hat. And then lift that elbow to the ceiling. Taking the gaze up. Feel that great stretch in your chest. And then we're going to find warrior 2 once again. We're going to go the other way. All right. Back of your head, where your head goes. And then elbow to the ceiling. Turn your gaze to the front a little bit. Let that chest stretch. Bend that knee in front. All right. And release. Now, toes to the front. Deep breath in. Star pose. All right, and let's get a little closer to the chair. And we're going to see if you keep that right arm up as you drop the left hand to the chair. You can come to the knuckles. You can use the back of the chair. But see if you can keep that arm up there. And then look to the right wall. Like you're going to wave to somebody over there. Doesn't have to be up high. It's just already up there. All right, come back to chair, star pose. Sorry, star pose. We'll do the same thing on this side. We probably have 2 different sides. See if you can leave that left arm up and drop the right one to the seat. That's a little different twist, right? Turn the palm to that wall. Yeah. Great back work. And reaching up. Okay. Crocodile pose. Right here. 7-1. And so you're going to step back a little bit to do this. Take the feet wide. So maybe you can move the hips side to side a little bit. And just hang for a little bit. Normally we do this face down on the mat in the mat class. This works for me too. Tipping that pelvis forward, that fishbowl. Tip it all out. All right. Coming away from the chair, walk your feet back in. We'll take a little vinyasa. And we'll have that half of that chair pose in it as well. Forward fold. Halfway rise. Use that exhale, look towards the toes. And use the inhale, come into chair pose. Be sure you can still see your toes, bend the elbows. I think it's easier like that. Heart forward, elbows back, tailbone towards the earth. Lovely. Reach to the ceiling. Beautiful. All right, swing out, shake out. We're going to balance and have a drink. All right. All right. Beach weather, you bet. All right. So standing away from the chair, because we're going to step that right foot in. Just like a walking step. Not big, not deep. Draw that tailbone towards the earth so you can feel this stretch right here. If you need the chair, bring it to you. It's okay. Nice and tall. And so heel the hand, base of the fingers, fingertips, press them together and press them together. We're going to take pyramid pose with extended namaste. Keep extending them up. Now they're in front of my face here. Feel those shoulder blades separate. And then I'm going to sink into that back knee and come into airplane pose. That chair is right there as you lift that foot off the ground. Take them down to the chair if you need it. Flex that foot so the toe faces the earth. Bring the heart forward. Yeah, big difference, huh? Lovely. Feel that supporting leg doing all this work. Drop the toe to the ground. It's okay. Nobody has to be a hero today. All right. From here, we're going to come to tree pose. So drop that foot down, drag it in, chair anytime. And let's bring first that heel to your ankle, all right? And then if you're coming into that tree pose, you find it. Maybe you need the chair. Do it. All right. Hands on the chair. Step that foot back once again. I'm going to take my right hand on the small of my back and hinge at the hip as best you can. Maybe that forehead will make its way to your hand. But you should be feeling a nice stretch in the back of that front leg. All right, and let's see if we can get the front body to stretch right here. Press all the way through, maybe even the front of that leg. I'm going to turn my toes towards my toenails towards the earth and lift the heart. And we switch feet. All right. Step on back. Toes facing the front. You're on skis. All right. Tailbone towards the earth. Settle in that back foot. Put your right, there you go. Yeah, for right now, anyhow. Heel the hand, base of the fingers, fingertips. Marvel the way those line up, right? That's amazing. Here we go. And reach. My hands are in front of my face so I can feel the shoulders separate in the back. Right? All right, now soften that knee. Here's where we're going to come into our airplane pose. Take the hands right to the chair if you need them. If you want to keep that toe on the ground, that's fine. Or flex and lift. Use the chair, whatever works. Heart's coming forward though. One more breath. All right. Drop that toe down. We're going to come into that tree pose. Drop your shoulders, ribs and hips connected. Orca's going to hit you in the belly, nice and strong. Here we go. Find your tree pose. Maybe that means hands on the chair, at the heart, foot on the earth, or wrapped around your calf. All right, let's drop the hands down and then smile. It's going to ask you to lift the arms up, but that seemed like that was too much. All right, stretch that foot back to put the foot on the ground. I'm going to flip mine so the top of my foot is facing the earth. And then can you see that? I just have it that way. Okay. Yeah, to keep the front of your foot is a little bit of a stretch. And then press the heel of the hand into the chair. Lift the heart. There is a string right here, and it's lifting up. So you feel this front body into the front of the legs stretch. And soft knees. All right, back to downward facing dog. Step on back. Again, tip the pelvis. Feel the lengthen in the back of the legs. And let's walk the feet back to mountain pose and hands on the thigh muscles. Okay, keeping the arms straight, drop the hips and come into this chair pose. You should still be able to see your toes there, right? I'm going to take the left hand across. The right hand's going to come to my back pocket. And I'm going to look to the right wall. One more piece that's important here. Bring the heart to me. Yeah, there's a shift in everybody, right? Lovely. All right, we go the other way. Right hand crosses through, left hand. And you tend to curl down here. So uncurl and bring the heart forward to me. Yeah. All right, back to the earth. Extend the fingers back, airplane. So straighten the legs a little bit more. And then we're going to push through the toes and come all the way back up. Deep breath in. And down. Push the earth away. Deep breath in. Push the earth away. Soften the knees. One more time. And push the earth away. Thumbs up. Always. Stretch back. Okay. All right. Loose arm swing. Have a drink of water. Let us sit back down. All right. Are we sweating? A little bit? Just a little bit. Therefore, drink water. Yeah. All right. So slide that right leg out to the side. And then I'm going to drop maybe the wrist, maybe the elbow, and then think about lifting the right rib cage to the left rib cage. So you've got this arc, foot on the ground right there. And then we'll reach to the ceiling. Maybe let it float over your head. It's up to you entirely. Drop that shoulder, then pull it inward. Yeah. Nice. Maybe turning the gaze. All right. Come right back. Drop that foot. You can keep that foot there or stretch it out, whatever you want. You lift to the ceiling. Grab hold of that chair right there. All right. Walking that foot back in. Let's get the other one. Same thing. You can rest the wrist or maybe the elbow on the ground, on the leg right there. This arm reaches. Think about lifting that left rib cage to the right rib cage as we take this arc over, and then find length in the arm. Sit heavy into the sit bones as you lift the heart, though, so you really feel that back working. Yeah, nice. All right, reach behind you to that chair, and we go the other way. Keep that foot there, slide it out. And walk it back in. Let's lift that right leg up and over. You know, if you've been told not to cross the midline, don't do it. How about that new door, huh? Everybody went, where's the handle? Well, what we're thinking is that's why the door was swinging open, because of the wind. So hopefully that won't happen. Okay, we're going to cross that leg over. Down on the ground is just fine. But today, we're going to twist towards that leg. And with my right hand, I'm going to sort of draw the knee towards the right a little bit to see if we can get this IT band down the side of your leg stretched. Because don't you know that's where I need that today? Selfishly. Let's come back to the front, and then we'll take the other leg. You know, foot can stay on the ground if you'd like. Support it, open it up. See if you can press that low back forward. Maybe you want to hinge forward. Just breathe. All right. So we cross that leg over. And then I'm going to take my left hand and just sort of press both knees towards the left wall. But you have to sit up very tall here to do this. And then look towards the right wall or maybe over the right shoulder. Come on back to the front. Let's take this wide. Hinge at the hip here. You can use the hands on the thighs. I come first with this flat back, so heart forward first. Yes, your choice. You can release right here, look towards the earth, or you could slide down the legs. It depends on your back. Bring the belly in, breathe into the back ribs. And then let's take the hands back on the thighs, because we're going to roll the spine up this time. Put the sit bones back on the chair, push back towards the tailbone, and slowly roll the spine back up. Keep breathing. Head's the last thing to come up. Tip the head, drop the shoulders. And then the other way. Drop the shoulders, keep them down. And back up. All right, feet back in. Let's bring that right knee in. Circle. Show me the bottom of your foot if you can. All right, I'm going to see if we can release that. Or hold, it's up to you. Core muscles working. And then the other side, same thing. Core have hold. Little circle. All right. Bottom of your foot if you can. And fire the core muscles on. Right? You feel them really working? And if you feel them work, make it work harder. So firm it up even more. Don't bite your tongue. Linda looked like you were biting your, or Laura looked like you were biting your tongue there. Come all the way back up. Deep breath in. All right. Walk on back. Oh, I love that massage on my back as I rock into that. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let the heart feel it lift a little bit more. But then put that chin on that imaginary shelf in front of you so your head doesn't fall back. Well deserved, gang. You were great today. It's warm. You did well. Again, minimize the screen. Peel off that calendar. Be present. Be with your breath. And come to stillness. The root of joy is gratefulness. It's not joy that makes us grateful. It is gratitude that makes us joyful. And all God's children said, Namaste. You thought I was going to say amen, huh? All right. Nice work.